Hey yo, what's good? It's Flyy Da Great, and you about to watch this dope ass interview of me. So sit back and grab your popcorn. I was born in New York, you know what I'm saying? Born and raised. I came to Florida like when I was 13, 14. I call this my second home because I always feel like you can be born somewhere, but when you get your beginning on something that you're doing, that's where you're really from. And I got my beginning right here in Florida, in Volusia County, so that's what I rep. My dad was on the floor of hip hop when it first started. He was there doing DJing. Mr. Hollywood, actually, his name is actually a well-known name if you know your history. And he did a lot of A&R work too for labels as well. I grew up on old school Motown, 80s R&B like Luther, Teddy Pendergrass. He actually listened to rock and roll a little bit too. He liked Led Zeppelin and stuff. I never really got into it too much, but I'm knowledgeable on it, you know what I'm saying? The old school stuff was like Marvin Gaye, Patti LaBelle, you know, Aretha Franklin, rest in peace, you know, people like that. Well, DMX stayed in it. That's my favorite rapper, period. Like, I relate to him on so many levels. You know what I'm saying? Our upbringing, our rough childhood. I relate to him. And LL Cool J was definitely another one. I'm from New York, you know what I'm saying? He's a legend, you know what I'm saying? Jay-Z, Nas, the typical. But I also like Daz Effects. They kind of connected that gap for me between like rock and rap kind of, because they was more edgy and loud and screaming type, you know what I'm saying? People like Arrested Development, Tribe Called Quest, of course, you know, people like that. I love that type of era of music, man. Really less than a decade ago, really. It was probably like 6, 7 years ago. I've been around that since a kid, but my dream was like every other kid in the hood, like was to be Michael Jordan. I really wanted to play basketball when I was a kid. I started freestyling in high school when I go out, because I loved it, because I just love music, I love art. When I figured basketball wasn't gonna be the lane, I was like, I like art. I can either become an artist, because I do like to draw, I write poetry, and I rap. So it was either one of those lanes for like me, for sure. And I didn't start doing that until like me and my brother linked together, because he was serious on it and I was serious on it, and we just had each other to push each other to go on, you know. So I was probably only like 17, 18 when I really like locked in on it.
Told me to tighten up, told me to tighten up, told me to tighten up. Fly life, fly life.
I used to freestyle so bad. Like, I used to have my CD player, and I used to walk everywhere or ride my bike, and I would have a bunch of towers of blank CDs, and I would make CDs of instrumentals, just straight instrumentals, and I would ride, and wherever I go, from when I walk out my house until I made my destination, I would rap, freestyle, just not even really trying to hone nothing, just because I just like doing it. And it got to the point where obviously I got real good at it, and once I realized that all I wanted to do was that, it got bad to the point where, and you know, like how you were the kid, your mom would be like, now when we go in the store, don't touch nothing. Like, we would go to parties and stuff, they would be like, now when we go in here, we're trying to talk to girls, yo. Don't go in here trying to battle nobody. Nobody wants to freestyle. You know what I'm saying? It got that bad because it like took over me, because music and art go hand in hand for me so much in my life.
Nigga, like I ball. If you try to knock me up my hustle, nigga, try.
Like, if I get inspired to write a song, I'm still inspired to draw. If I'm like inspired to draw, I'm still inspired to write. You know what I'm saying? And my mind's always racing on some art stuff. Like, maybe it'd be cool if I made a little movie, or it'd be cool if I wrote this, I could hear this person on it. I'm always thinking creative, you know what I'm saying? I normally keep myself in the house and just put headphones on and listen to beats and write.
Married to this rap game, I don't need a wedding note.
Yeah, it's my baby. She's 7, she'll be 8 actually in a couple of days, literally like 4 days or something. She tells me sometimes when she comes home from school, they be like, hey Dad, my friends said they seen you on YouTube and they say you're famous and stuff. I'm like, almost, you know what I'm saying, almost. But it's cool even for her to have friends that actually look and happen to stumble across you. It's kind of weird because she's only 7, but still the fact that you got out that much for people like that to know you. You know what I'm saying? It says a lot on a person's work ethic.
Weed, nigga. Yes. I've been gone, but I ain't never left. You ain't gotta lie to me.
I'm like, hey, you want to try this? If she says no, I'm like, it's cool. And sometimes she'll come and be like, are you going in there? Can I get on the mic? You know what I'm saying? Then that's what let's go, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? I love those moments, and she's getting older now where she's starting to identify, you know what I'm saying? She's starting to find out what she likes and what she really into. And she's a straight A student. You know what I'm saying? She loves music, she loves art. That's like her favorite thing. So I'm like, yeah, that's definitely daddy's genes, you know.
I thought I told them niggas I'm the truth. I finesse a bitch so nice.
Like a little kid in the candy shop, literally. Like, I couldn't stop grinning. Like as soon as I walked in, like I could feel it. I'm like, oh, this is about to happen. It feels like my first live show, you know what I'm saying? It was just a great rush and a great energy, and that's how I really knew, like, this is what I really want to do. Like, this is my thing, like, forever. This was my calling. The feeling you get from something that you are passionate about tells you everything you need to know, and that's the feeling I got from going to the studio for the first time. Like, this is it.
I know it's been long, but I'm back.
A funny thing, I don't remember it. It was probably a freestyle on somebody's beat already, like an instrumental because back then when I was younger, we didn't have SoundClick and producers able and willing to give you beats and stuff. I didn't even have a studio or a microphone. What I had was this old little radio. You know, the old radio that had the built-in microphone, the little hole. So I would like put the instrumental on through the Xbox on the TV and put the radio to the speaker and rap to it, look to the beat. Like that was really my first recordings and stuff. And then on my cell phone, like voice memos.
All 17, eating only with my niggas. Yeah. We the real dream team.
My brother used to always tell me like he liked my style because I'm set and I got my own lane, my own sound and style. But I always felt like I was always finding myself. Cause I would come to him sometimes and be like, bro, you know what? Because my mind's always like want me to do something else. So once I have it down here, then my mind be like, but what about this? You know what I'm saying? He would be like, you know, I feel you, but I feel like you already had it because your style was already unique and one of one. With Flyy Life, I feel like Flyy Life was like how I really felt, and it was everything because it grabbed everything. That whole project showed all my progression, basically feeling at the time, and it did it right, and it wasn't forced. So I really feel like 2015, 2016 was like when I really knew for sure it was it.
I know I've been busy, I've been focused on my hustle. And if it's fam or homies, then you know a nigga love
Like I
you.
said, when I'm in music mode, I don't mind mingling with people, so it's not a problem. It's not like it's an awkwardness when we're like collabing and talking and discussing things. It's just that when I'm outside of it, especially with my family, like my daughter or something, and I get approached on it, my first instinct naturally is just to, what you doing? Like protect my daughter, like what's up, man? Another time or something, you know? I'm just comfortable with that, with that music. I'm cool with just talking business and talking music to other artists and keeping my other life separate from it. Well, fun fact, before I even took music serious, I had a collab. Well, I had 2 collabs with Mims off his Open Bars album in 2011. Convertible Flow and Dangerous. It's still on Amazon and all that other stuff. That's a dope thing for me because back then I was still on I had a little like Price is Right microphone, a little skinny one, and I forgot what I was using. It definitely wasn't Pro Tools or nothing like that. It was some cheap studio thing which had horrible mixing, and he still saw through that and saw my skill and still wanted to work with me. So that was like a big push for me. But as far as the vibe in the studio, I feel like when you walk in there, you can just feel it. When you walk into something good or something bad, you can feel it. You know what I'm saying? That's the vibe you get walking in the studio. Like, I feel like it's gonna be great. and then everybody's in there in their zone, and they're like, "What's up, man?" Blah blah blah, and then they're probably exchanging music or ideas already. So you're already getting comfortable because you're in your element with other people that are in the element. The studio is always it's always an open environment. I never been to one that wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just tryna splash on your bitch, ay, ay. Probably get some cash from your bitch, ay.
My brother, of course, you know, that's like really the first one I did a lot of projects with, like collabing, because I had experimented with other artists and they didn't have that same drive. So it was a lot of trial and error. That was good. That got me more open and optimistic to other features. And I worked with like Click Clack, Gwala, Young. You know what I'm saying? I love working with a person that feels the same way I do and is passionate as I am. I don't really see like myself doing this just for kicks. Like if that's your goal in life, that's cool, because everybody has their lane. But for me, if you're doing it for kicks, then we don't need to be like doing any kind of business, because I take this seriously. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you gotta have a value on yourself, and it's not being arrogant. It's just knowing your worth. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just tryna splash on your bitch, ay, ay. Probably get some cash from your.
I feel like the image is a very important part to an artist, no matter what you're doing, music or art or poetry or acting. Like your image is everything. You know what I'm saying? And I can't go nowhere without my Fu Manchu. Like this is like the signature, the Fu Mans. You know what I'm saying? If clothes or shoes or hats is your thing, you have to be that. Like when everybody sees me, they know this is me. You know what I'm saying? I can have a red pair on with rhinestones on, or I can have a gold one with covers on the side, but it doesn't matter, because without seeing nothing else on me, when you see these, you know it's me. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like your brand goes hand in hand with the fashion, so it's very, very important.
Yeah, I'ma break the bed. Yeah, I'ma hurt her back. Yeah, but she keep coming back.
I mean, that's cool, you know what I'm saying? Different strokes for different folks. I mean, I probably wouldn't get too many face tattoos. Even when I get on, like even it'll probably be right here in the corner or something small. I wouldn't do no big 6'9" or something, or my whole boot gang or ha 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 all over my face and stuff. But I think that's just the culture. Like people like to knock them just because they're not from this era. I'm not from this era, but at the same time, as an artist, I understand expression. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about, them expressing themselves. And that's how they do it, regardless if you understand it or like it or agree with it. That's expression, and that's what art is about.
If you finish first, better stack a purse. When you stack a purse, gotta get to work.
Man, I'm a melting pot, man. I can't even like put myself in one area, because me being from New York and growing up there and being down here, it kind of gave me a blend of North and South influences, lifestyles, lingos, attitudes, you know what I'm saying? Of course hip hop, R&B of course, alternative sometimes, because you know I like to experiment. That's where I'm at right now with my whole image and everything. I'm experimenting more because I feel like people that know me already know that I can do what I do regularly. So now I'm trying to branch out to see how people feel about me when I do this and that. You know what I'm saying? You never know until you try.
Yeah, you don't have to clap anymore.
I forgot the question.
See, don't ask him no questions like that, Scott. You ain't.
Look at him! Look at bro.
He's taking over.
I know, you see him. Hey, what's up? It's Flyy Da Great, aka Super Fly, Jimmy Tucker. That nigga hating! Nice to see you. We got some shit cooking up. Oh, kill it! That's it, I'm good. Yeah, what's good? It's Flyy Da Great, aka Super Fly, Jimmy Tucker with the hookers. Holla at your boy.
Am I rich? Hold up, bitch. Don't go checking pockets. You ain't it, nah. Or get it like whole.